Hi YouTube, this is your girl Ronnie Quest, owner operator of R3 Unlimited LLC. This is my vlog to full-time entrepreneurship. So hopefully, shout out to all my subscribers first. And then if you're not subscribed, it's your first time watching me, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I encourage you to go back and watch my other videos so you can even learn more about my journey and where I'm at. So let me tell you a little bit about my journey. Of going from full-time employment to full-time entrepreneurship. I'm no longer a full-time employee. I do consult, as well as I'm building my business. And now I'm building the chamber as well in the local area. So moving from full-time employment, what does that mean? I don't have any vacation time. I don't have benefits. Well, I do have benefits because of ACA. Now, guys, we already talk about this. I joke about this all the time. If I have to get married for insurance, because ACA is gone, I'm going to have some problems. But just understanding that transition and where I'm at, so you can really understand how it is to build your own business and to go into that next level. And I actually have vacation time coming up this year that I'm going to take. Not vacation time, I'm taking vacation this year. I decided to give up vacation. Well, it was really more to support my daughter through college. Not really thinking about, me building a business. It was more just supporting her through school. But I gave up just having vacation. I was like, okay, I need to put my vacation time back in, just because I have so much going on. I need to disconnect. When I go on vacation, I truly disconnect from everything. And I wanted to be sure that I'm good and centered for all the things I have going on. So what I'm doing to prepare for vacation this year is I actually have an assistant that is locally, and I now have hired a virtual assistant. It is some things that I want to put into my small business, R3 Unlimited, that I wanted to be sure is happening no matter what. And then now that I have vacation, I have to make sure I have a team that can support me while I am away and support my clients while I am away. So that was really important to ensure I got that in place this time. That means I may miss some Starbucks, some lunches, or some dinners to make sure that my team is taken care of. But it's well worth it. I wanted to delegate on early on instead of late. One, just to really, spend time and train them up into like the R3 Unlimited way. The other thing is just to make sure before you, I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs that are at the next level or have talked to them throughout my journey. And a lot of times they always say you're grinding, you're pushing, you're promoting your business, you're marketing your business. And then one day it's just like it's overnight and it just overwhelms and it comes to you. So I'm like, for me to prepare for that, because that is my goal, that is my plan. I want people in place before that happens. So when I can, or when I see that I can add team members, I will add them on and go from there. So R3 Unlimited is growing. On top of that, I'm sick. And I still came to you guys and did a vlog. And I wanted to still do the vlog while I was sick, because I want you to understand that everything's not going to always be perfect in your life. I think sometimes people look at entrepreneurs and they think everything is perfect. It is not. We still deal with life. That means we still have personal issues we go through. Sometimes we're not feeling well. Sometimes it's financial issues. We still dealing with life. Nothing stops because we're building a business. It is still definitely, we're dealing with everything. And I've been sick probably last 3 days. I'm up and down. But during those 3 days, I had to present twice. I also had some guests that came into the city that I had to make sure they had a good time while they were here, take them around, let them see things and everything. And I just want to lay down. I don't take naps. I know I'm sick because I want to lay down, but I have other things I have to do before I lay down today. So just understand that business owners, entrepreneurs, it's not always perfect. We definitely go through things, guys. We go through things like everybody else. Life does not stop just because you're an entrepreneur. You still have those things. So you have to make sure that your purpose and your dream and your reality is something that you really want. Just like you go to work, you're in school, you're taking those tests, you want to get your degree. Same thing with building a business. You have to look at it the same exact way. It is truly your job. So you got to take care of those things you have to take care of, and make sure you take care of it. And really this vlog, I want to talk about something that I've been doing. I've been praying and fasting on some things in my life, personally and business wise, probably over the last 3 to 4 months. And transitions started to happen in my life. Now, being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, Everything's not always comfortable. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You hear that all the time. But let's talk about when you're going through shifts in your life and when you're going through transition in your life. You have to then understand that it's going to be even more uncomfortable. You're going to look at things and you're going to say, OMG, what is going on? Like last month, I was having moments. I was just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Not even that I didn't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm like, I believe this is my purpose, but I'm shifting or things are happening and I'm not used to this. Like I've always had to carry my household at least 60 to 100% or 80 to 100%, whatever, throughout my whole life. It doesn't matter if I was single, if I was dating somebody, if I was married. For the most part, I was the financial breadwinner, but I never really had major support. So I can't talk on the other end of having major support. That's not something I experienced. Only I can talk from the end of me handling it all by myself or mostly by myself. And so I'm used to like just always having things, not even always having it, because even when I was a job has always been up and down. And that's the reason why I went into entrepreneurship. I was like, I need to make sure I am doing things to make sure that my family is really taken care of. This is not going to get me to my end goal. That was a hard pill to swallow too. You need to watch my YouTube channel. Go check out the first video of me talking about the realization of this is not going to get me to where I need to be for when I leave this earth for my daughter and making sure we're in a good place. So I had to take this half part of my rest of my life to really, really invest it in something major to ensure that we're good. I didn't ask, like, if I be rich, thank God, I would love to be rich, but I just want to be comfortable. I'm like, this working 60 hours a week and not having nothing to show for it was not going to work for me anymore. And I had to get to the reality of that. So that's a hard pill to swallow in itself, especially when you spent your time and most of your time in one place working towards that and nothing happens or comes out of it, then you realize you're in the wrong place. So watch that video, cash that out. But I've been praying and fasting over the last 3 or 4 months and asking for things in my business and personal life, and things begin to shift. And so whatever being you believe in, whatever spiritual journey you're on, for me, it's God. I pray constantly. I'm very, very concerned about where I'm leading folks when I get in front of people. Where is my energy? Making sure that I am level paced and making sure I'm guiding people in the right way. So I'm constantly in spiritual contact with the source. For me, my source is God, and He's within me. So a lot of times I'm thinking and talking to Him, like making sure I'm saying the right things coming out of my mouth or whatever. But some transitions are not as pretty as you think they should be, or in your mind you got this transition mapped out as it should be, but when you start hitting that transition and it looks something totally different than what you think, and you like, OMG, what is going on? You start freaking out. You like, hey, do I go back to doing this? Do I go back to where I was kind of comfortable? Not really comfortable, because I really wasn't gonna hit any of my goals at the end of my life, but it was like, it was still there, but really wasn't giving me anything, but it's there. Do I move back? Move away? What do I do? I was like literally freaking out, guys, and was like really like thinking about it. Then I realized that yes, one thing was changing, but the other thing was picking up. And then I had to sit back and stay fast and say, this is a transition you've been asking for. It's not looking like you thought it's supposed to look like, but it's happening. You need to stay fast, because this is what you was asking for. I know God was probably looking down at His child like, what is she tripping about? She asked for this. She been praying on this, and now all these things are falling in place, and she freaking out. What faith did you not have in me at that time? I had faith almost 3 years ago to say, hey, I don't know what's going to happen, God, but my life is in your hands. You tell me what you need me to do. I'm done with this. And I just walked away. Simple as that. Once I realized some things, I had some hard talk fasting period, etc. again, and I realized I had to let something go to get to the next level. And then I'm praying and fasting on these couple things, and everything started shifting, and I didn't understand why, so I freaked out. And I'm like, hey, I want to go live back near family. I want to go get back to maybe here, I just want that support. I'm like, what's going on? And then I realized I had to look back, and I'm like, all this is falling in place. You asked for it, and then you won't even stand fast through the transition. Or you ready to give up, and you know you can't give up. You got to keep going. So when you get to that transition period, and it's going to be way more uncomfortable than you being, you know, when you're an entrepreneur, business owner, you're uncomfortable. You're comfortable with being uncomfortable anyway. But when you start doing those shifts in life, and your business shifting to the next level, your personal life shifting to the next level, whatever it may be is shifting to the next level, that's usually even more uncomfortable, because now you're transitioning and you're shifting to that next level, and you have to understand what that is, and you need to stay fast through that so you can get through that transition. Now, you don't know how long that transition period is going to be. Everybody's transition period is different. Different transition periods for different times. You know, you may be transitioning in your personal life, and then your business life may come next. So you have to understand that, and then stay fast, because if you give up, especially in this social media society that we live in today, everybody want everything instant. They don't want to get to the next level. They don't want to work to get to what they see. So they see the pretty, and they're not understanding what's all behind it. What's all the work? What's all the hours you put in? The grind behind it, the tears you cry sometimes, the happiness you experience, the peace of mind you have, the not peace of mind you have sometimes, the am I crazy for doing this right now, or should I keep going, or do I go and say forget this, I quit, and just go and leave? You know, those type of moments that a lot of people don't get to see, people don't talk about no more, you know, or when they get to a certain level, they're not talking about it enough. So people think that something's wrong, and they're in the process of building, and they just need to keep going to get to the next transition. So that's why I really created this vlog, and I wanted to share that story with you guys. I just went through that process just here recently, just want to be authentic with you. My channel is very authentic to my journey, because I want to be able to look back and see the growth that I had, to understand the things that I went through, the transition periods that I had, why I built my company. So not only was it for me, it's also for other entrepreneurs who are going through this, to help them to understand, like, you have to figure it out. You have to keep going. And yes, it's going to be transition periods that are going to be uncomfortable for you. But guess what? If you stop, you're not even going to see what's going to happen at the other end. So you have to keep going. And understand that all entrepreneurs deal with this, whether they have supportive family, supportive mate, or they have no support at all. All of us go through those periods. Even when they do sometimes have support, they sometimes feel like it's not the support they are looking for at the time or whatever. So all of us experience that, guys. And I think sometimes I see a lot of things, or I see a lot of people stop before they even get to the next level. And I'm like, you shouldn't have stopped. You should have kept going. You know, you were almost there, but because you stopped, you can't even see what was on the other side. So make sure you don't stop, guys. Make sure you keep going steadfast in your purpose, in your plan. I'm trying to stop calling things a dream, because I want you to think of it as a plan and your purpose, so you keep going towards your destiny and get through to it. It's just like you going to school. You don't go to college the first day and get your degree, whether it be associates, a master's, or a bachelor's. I said it in, like, you know, out of order, but you get what I'm saying. You have to put in the work to get there. So it's the same exact thing with building a business. And I think people don't sometimes understand that. So before you even step into that zone, understand really what it is and what it's going to take. You're going to be grinding. You're going to have ups and downs, and you're going to have to figure it out. As long as you continue to figure it out, I promise you're going to hit gold. I promise. It is already promised and written. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed this new entry for my vlog. Like I said, I'll come to you when I can. When I think about it, as you already heard, all the things I have going on. R3 Unlimited is growing. Also, if you want to schedule your consultation with us, please do. We do offer free 15-minute consultations. You just hit me on my website at www.r3unlimited.com. We specialize in business startup, business coaching, or you can do a consultant session, as well as fixing your problems within your business. I just, you know, I'm now just like on a journey of what I realize I'm good at. I'm good at innovation, creating new things, and fixing problems. That's what I've always done. Even though I look back at my corporate career, that's what I've been good at. So that's what I'm just walking into my purpose. So make sure you are following me on all social medias at R3 Unlimited. And whenever you watch this video, I hope you're having a good morning, a good evening, or a good night. Bye.